What up, guys? I'm Alejandro here with
Brady
and Nick.
And today we're going to be talking about our predictions on the NBA playoffs. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, first things first, guys. What are y'all's predictions on who's going to come out of the East and West?
So I'll go first. Eastern Conference, a bit of a underdog, I would say, I guess. But the Cavaliers, I really like their height with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and then their guard play, of course, with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. I feel like they're one of the more well-rounded teams. Of course, you have like the Celtics, but you don't really know what we're going to get out of Jason Tatum due to him coming off the Achilles and then his first time back in the playoffs since then. And then for the West, I would have to say that this is definitely the Spurs year. I know they're young. I know they don't have the playoff experience like the Nuggets, like the Thunder. But I don't know. Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox. These guys are just playing exceptionally well together. They have unmatched chemistry. So I would think it would have to be the Spurs versus the Cavs in the finals this year.
All right, interesting take.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like the Cavs coming out of the East, honestly. Honestly, it relies on Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, how they decide to play in the playoffs. I think they're for sure at least a second-round team. I'm not too sure if they're really championship contenders this year. I feel like they're maybe 1 year off of it, and that's something you could say a lot about the Cavs the last 3 or so years.
Yeah.
As for the Celtics, they're my favorites coming out of the East. Recently, especially with Jason Tatum back, they've been walking down playoff teams left and right, and Jaylen Brown is playing the best basketball of his career right now. I think he's averaging close to 28 points per game, playing at elite level, MVP level. So I like the Celtics coming out of the East. And as for the West, I like the Spurs as a playoff team, but I think they're going to be too young this year.
Yeah.
I think year of experience for the Spurs is going to be good for them heading into next season. And my team coming out of the West this season is the Denver Nuggets, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown. I know they're missing Peyton Watson right now, and he's having a breakout season. But I think they're, out of everybody in the West, are the most likely to, especially win the ring this year. Jokic coming off the loss to the Thunder last year, I think there's a bit of animosity there.
Okay.
I really like the Nuggets, and I think that I don't think OKC is going to go very far personally.
All right.
I don't know. I definitely don't see OKC being the team to go back-to-back, but I really like the Nuggets pick. The Nuggets have been playing exceptionally well. Nikola Jokic having another one of his all-time seasons. They look really, really dominant. Jamal Murray's having the best season of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they traded with the Nets. They acquired Cam Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Cam Johnson.
And so he's fit in pretty well. He's definitely had to deal with a lot of injuries. He's missed a lot of time. But all of them are finally getting healthy. Aaron Gordon's coming together. And so I really like that Nuggets pick. If it's not the Spurs, it would definitely have to be the Nuggets.
No, for
All
sure.
right.
For sure. I have to agree. And obviously, you missed a lot of Michael Porter Jr. What he brought to the team the last however many years he was with the Nuggets. I don't know the exact number.
Yeah.
But Cam Johnson, he's brought a lot of versatility, defensive versatility that, MPJ, Mr. Catch and Shoot, he didn't bring. So I feel like the team is meshing at the right time. As we're filming, they're like on a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah,
heading
That's
into
incredible.
the playoffs. Great momentum, and you got to beat Jokic this year for me.
Yeah. But with, like you said, Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson, Michael Porter Jr. obviously known as one of the elite three shooters. But with Cam Johnson, you get the three, and then you also get the defense. And I think that's really why the Nuggets did this trade. They knew that obviously when you have a center like Nikola Jokic, people are going to try to attack him. So when you have a wing defender like Cam Johnson who can guard anywhere from the 1 through 5, it makes it especially difficult to have teams switch on them because he can guard anybody. And so I think that's really why they did that trade. And I think it's going to be really beneficial for them come playoff time.
No, absolutely.
All right. Interesting take, guys. Interesting takes. And I got to ask, do y'all think you have any dark horse teams that could probably push to the finals?
Kind of a dark horse candidate that I can think of, honestly, is even though they're the 6th seed, it's going to be the Timberwolves. It seems they're allergic to not making the Western Conference Finals the last 2 years. Come playoff time, Anthony Edwards, big time performer. He seems to always play his best basketball right at that time of the season. And he may not be, I mean, he's a top 10, top 8 player in the league, but you know, when it comes to getting to the Western Conference Finals, he always shows that he's one of those top 3 guys.
Do we have to mention the Los Angeles Lakers?
Oh yeah,
all of them going on the IR at the worst possible times. But then you really get to see LeBron James. What can he do? Age 41. What does he have left in the tank? Can he pull a 2018 Bron?
I think he's still got it. I really do.
I hope. I would just love to see, as a basketball fan, just as a sports observer, just to see one of the greatest players of all time just give it one last great push. I'd love to see it.
Me too.
I think LeBron, especially, I mean, he's 41, he's aging, he doesn't move like he used to.
Right.
Still, he's honestly kind of devolved to the level of amazing role player now, especially this season. I hate to say it. And when you have an amazing role player and his second best option is DeAndre Ayton, I don't see that going very far. I see in a 4 or 5 matchup, say they get matched up with the Rockets. I think that's one of the series that Houston can win in Houston's favor. And I just, without Luka, without AR, say they come back, maybe Game 3, Game 4, in the first round, excuse me. Maybe they have a chance kind of turn this series in their favor, but with what LeBron has right now, I don't see them making it very far.
Yeah, it's something every basketball player wants to see, but as just observers of the game, we know how slim the possibility is. So all we can do is hope for the best for Luka's health and AR-15's health. But I mean, it was just interesting to see LeBron transform throughout the season, because this is truly the first time in his career he hasn't been the best player on the team. He might not even been the second player. I would still give it to LeBron over AR.
Oh no, for sure.
But just him having Luka, him transforming into this different type of player, not having the ball in his hands every time he goes down the court, it was interesting to see. But now we'll just have to see if he can go back to who he is and see what he can do come playoff time.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of sad seeing LeBron be like that now, but it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Exactly.
I mean, I went to a Lakers game and I saw him hitting some nasty lobs.
On Jabari?
Yeah, on Jabari. So, you know, he's not slowing down too much.
He's still got some
it's
of
there,
it.
But he has some gas.
But in 3 7-game series, can he give that over 2 months' time?
Yeah.
It's just going to be interesting to see. But is there any matchups you want to see, like a team versus a team? Like, do we think there's any teams that just have to play each other and come playoff time?
I mean, I know it's when it boils down to it, they meet in the conference final if they do meet. But just the rivalry that the Thunder and the Spurs have had this season, the Spurs taking 3 out of the 4 games against the Thunder, Wemby absolutely hating Chet. I mean, just seeing that in a 7-game series that series would honestly probably be better than the finals we'd get.
Yeah.
And that's the series I'd be looking forward to the most, honestly, out of any possible matchup, because just the intensity Wemby has brought to the game this season. You saw it over the All-Star game. You saw him wanting to go out there, compete. And for his first time in the playoffs, if they were to make it that far, I mean, I just feel like he would bring a whole new level to playoff basketball we haven't seen in years.
Yeah, then my take on it, they just played Tuesday, but watching that Rockets and Suns game after the Kevin Durant and Jalen Green trade, I need to see more of that. The bad blood between it. Amin Thompson and Jalen Green going at it, but obviously still being friends. But just seeing how big of competitors they both are. To see that over a 7-game series, to see Kevin Durant battling Dillon Brooks, it's something I have to see. I need it to be in this NBA playoffs.
I could watch a 7-game series I love Dillon Brooks, but him getting crossed and touching earth, man, I could watch a 7-game series of that.
I need to see that. And then I don't even think Kevin Durant and Amin Thompson would be the biggest factors in that. I think it would be Alfred Şengün.
Oh, no, for sure.
He would have to average 20, 10, and 7 in order for the Rockets to comfortably win that series.
I mean, I feel like that goes for any series. In my opinion, Şengün has, majority of the season, has been the best player on the Rockets. I know KD has had his games, but just when you have 37-year-old KD, and I believe Şengün's maybe 23 years old, 22. with his ceiling being what it is, being compared to Jokic, all these elite point centers, I mean, when he balls out, it is obvious that he is the best player on the team. But it's just the consistency that matters of it. Because he can go from dropping 39 on opening night against the Thunder to 14, 2, and 5. And it's just like last playoffs against the Warriors, Şengün seemed to be a playoff riser. He elevated his stats. But it's a matter of doing that again. And if they were to make it to the second round, can he hold that consistency?
Yeah. The thing with Şengün is how effortlessly can he score? Because like you said, dropping 39 against the Thunder. But then there's just some of these games he looks like he's in a boxing match, just trying to get to the basket, just trying to get layups and stuff like that. So hopefully he'll be able to move with a little bit more fluidity. And so it's going to be interesting to see how he moves again once in playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
No, absolutely.
All right. And now, we may have already talked about this, but do y'all have any underdogs personally?
Underdogs. Talking about player-wise rather than team, obviously I'd want to see James Harden. I want to see what he's going to be able to do. This might be his best shot probably in the past 4 or 5 years since that 2021 Brooklyn Nets team. So I want to see how he moves. And then for the Celtics, I want to see Peyton Pritchard. I know he's obviously not the main catalyst of offense for when you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, but he's just as important to that team because he's basically like a coach out there, being that true point guard that they want coming off the bench or starting depending on how they have him come series time. Seeing Peyton Pritchard move people around, move without the ball, give the ball up, it's going to be really interesting to see.
No, absolutely.
That's all we got, guys. And again, I'm Alejandro, joined here with
Brady.
Nick.
That was our thoughts on the NBA playoffs. Hope y'all enjoyed, and go Cougs!